I think Advait or Prakash, if you have any topic you'd like to start, we can start. Ajahn will be listening.
Yeah. I want to ask about application of Dhamma in daily life, how it is relevant.
What is the mind?
Mind.
What is the mind?
Mind is different Dhammas arising and passing away. Nama.
Different namas arising and falling away. Like,
Yeah.
what is mind now?
Now there is hearing.
Okay, hearing. So hearing is chitta or mind, okay. And does hearing arise in daily life now?
Yeah.
Does there have to be any application of hearing, or hearing just arises by conditions?
It just arises by conditions.
So can anyone do anything to make hearing arise or stop it from arising now?
No.
No. So at each moment in life, chitta is arising by its conditions and falling away. So if we think about applying chitta or applying mind, isn't it just an idea of I or a self doing something to change the chitta that's conditioned already?
Yeah.
Sarah, I think what Advait was saying is that he would like to hear about the application of Dhamma in daily life. And then he said, if you don't mind, I think he mixed up the two, application of Dhamma in daily life.
Yeah.
So he used the word mind, so I'm interested to know what he means by mind.
So what he means by when mind in if you don't mind. And that's daily life.
Let's let Advait say what
Yeah,
he
yeah.
means.
I heard
Correct.
differently.
Yeah, I think Suki is putting my words correctly. I wanted to ask you, what is what is the relevance of application of this practice? Basically, we are the right understanding in daily life.
And it's the same question.
Yeah, same question.
It's the same question. Who can apply?
Yeah,
Who can apply Dhamma? Who can apply mind? Who can apply this practice? Because aren't there just different Dhammas arising and falling away by conditions?
Yeah.
So as soon as there's an idea of applying what has been heard, it's an idea of doing something, isn't it?
Yeah, so, but in daily life, see, now suppose I woke up, I was reading some book, and till 8:10, I was seeing my mobile. Okay, so I have to get up and join the discussion, right? So I have to do something, right? But in conventional truth, it's always there. Ki I have to get ready, or I have to, because I have to leave at 9:30, 10. So I have to be ready before the discussion. There is always that thought process. Ki now I should leave mobile, or I should leave reading. I should get ready if I have to join the discussion. So it's continuous story in which it's happening. Continuous stories are being created, ideas are being created, and it's like a continuous thing.
It's a continuous stories about different situations and about what I should and shouldn't do. But what about the study of Dhamma right now? At the moment of thinking I should get up, what is the reality right now?
Yeah.
Because there is no I should get up. It's just thinking at this moment, seeing at this moment, hearing.
Yeah.
So this is why the Buddha taught about dhammas, because if there's no understanding of dhammas now, different dhammas which are conditioned and anatta, there are just endless stories about I and my situation and what I should do. And now I'm making a coffee and now I'm sitting down, and no understanding at all about the truth now.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, Advait. If there was more understanding than there is now, would the thinking be different? What you just described about reading the book, watching the mobile, thinking it's time to stop and get ready for so that you can go to work, that sort of thing. Would the thinking of the person with more understanding be any different?
It might be slightly different.
In what way?
So there won't be overindulgence into things. Even a thought process comes, the person with no right understanding would indulge into pleasant thoughts, fantasies. The thought pattern is very different. A person who has a right understanding would be able to understand that this is also, there's no point in indulging into the thoughts, fantasies, or creating
But
stories,
what
living.
you described, the thinking you described, I wouldn't call it fantasies. I would just call it normal arrangement of one's daily schedule.
Yeah. Correct. This thinking may not change, but overall thinking will change, right?
Well, in what way though? Because
Yeah. So
what is it to be changed? Why is there the idea that it needs to be changed?
yeah, that is what in conventional truth one has been told ki now I have 12 hours, 14 hours in a day. Suppose I keep thinking about things which are non productive. Suppose I am seeing YouTube reels. It will take my half an hour, 45 minutes. Mindlessly people are doing things. I am also
So
doing.
when there's more understanding,
Hmm.
is there less mindless thinking, or are you
Yeah,
suggesting why would that be? Why would that be?
yeah, because if there is a right understanding, there will be restraint.
I see. So the right understanding equal restraint.
Not equal, that will
No.
automatically appear,
Yeah.
right? That's a
As
byproduct of.
a person who doesn't have right understanding can also have restraint. There can
Yes,
also
can
be
also have
restraint.
this. Yes.
Yeah. So people who haven't heard the Dhamma but maybe have developed kusala
Yeah.
in a lifetime, they
Yeah.
would have less what you call mindless thinking. It would be more kusala, less akusala, but still no understanding of the true nature of the present moment.
Yeah.
So don't we have the idea that there's something wrong with the general thinking in our daily life, that it should be, there should be more kusala, for example, or something, whereas it's not a matter of trying to change anything.
Yeah.
It's a matter of understanding, having a better understanding of the nature of these moments of thinking.
Yeah.
And thinking is a reality, has a characteristic, can be directly known. And it doesn't matter what the object of the thinking is, whether it's thinking about something useful or thinking about mindless things. That thinking is the characteristic of that reality, is the same, to be known as it truly is.
Yeah.
So that what John is saying is to the effect that it's not, there would be a change, of course, as development arises in the way we think about things, but not in what you suggested, as in particularly to sense objects, less thinking about sense objects, less indulgence and all that, but just to the thinking, as taking the thinking for mind, because that's our particular problem as a Puthujana. There's always taking everything from me, from my thinking, my indulgence, my this, my that. So the thinking that is changing is that gradually there will be understanding that thinking is just thinking. And doesn't matter what the thinking is about, indulgence or no indulgence, That makes no difference. Whether there is indulgence or not, there's less inclination to take that thinking for me who is thinking.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
would say there's the importance of the understanding of the thinking is that it has a better understanding of the true nature of the conditioned realities
Yeah.
of this life. And it doesn't matter whether it's the thinking that's the object of understanding or whether it's sound, for example, or hardness,
Yeah.
because these are all realities that make up life as we know it.
Yeah.
The main
Yeah.
point, Advait, is life is just at this moment.
Yeah.
So either there's understanding now or there isn't. And all the time we're thinking about how we should change the situation and how it should be more like this and less like that. And we should do this and should do that. No
Yeah.
understanding at all of just what is appearing right now.
Yeah.
So the understanding has to come back to understanding, seeing now, what is seen now, feeling now, just different dhammas that are conditioned, anatta, arising and falling away, nothing
Yeah.
to be done by this imaginary self. So it's
So it
always
has to
what
be,
is now.
and it has to be begin with now, and begin with now means no expectations.
Yeah.
Or even the expectations can be understood, just different kinds of loba. If it's now, it can be understood, it's real and
Yeah.
gone, not belonging to me or anyone. Let's see if Ajahn would like to add more to your comments.
Is their mind now?
Yes.
Can it be studied? Can it be understood?
Yes.
In order to understand, what is it? So, is their mind now?
Yes.
What is it?
Thinking.
Okay. At moment of seeing, is there thinking?
No.
Is their mind at moment of seeing?
Yes.
So, mind is thinking, mind is seeing. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, how many minds are there in a day?
Crores of minds.
So many minds from
Yeah.
moment to moment.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, just one mind, one kind of mind, so we can understand better about the truth of mind. Just one moment, one mind, please.
Yeah.
What is one mind now?
Now there is agitation.
Agitation is mind, isn't it?
Yeah. Chetasika.
What is Cetasika?
The Nama reality which arises and able to experience the object.
So the truth of the reality, which is agitation, no matter we call it by any word, any term, or not at all. It's there as it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between agitation and seeing?
Yeah. That is something to understand and experience.
What is mind? Seeing or agitation?
Yeah. Mind is a both are mind is a chit. Basically, seeing is chitta.
So, in truth, can we say the nature of mind is the reality which experiences an object,
Mm,
no matter when and what? We take it for mind, but there are so many kinds of the reality which
yeah.
is conditioned to experience the object by way of seeing, by way of attaching, by way of aversion, and so on. The reality which can experience the object is real, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it Dhamma?
Yes,
Why?
because it is the truth and it arises and passes away.
What is Dhamma, which is mind?
It is a Nama Dhamma.
What do you mean by Nama Dhamma?
The Dhamma which arises to experience is the object and passes away.
So does agitation experience an object?
Yeah,
What object is the object of agitation?
I don't know.
That's why we learn to understand reality in life. What is what? The reality which arises by conditions just to experience an object is any moment in life.
Yeah,
So the reality which experiences the object is what you say mind, but in truth, no matter what which arises and experiences the object is the reality which can experience the object. And it has to experience because its nature, when it's what you say mind, is the reality which experiences the object. But there are so many different kinds of the reality which arises and experience the object. For example, attachment is not aversion. So is aversion what you say mind or attachment is what you say mind? It does matter. But it's the reality which arises and experience the object. So we have more precise understanding of the truth of reality, which is different. For example, there is seeing. Seeing is not attachment. Seeing experience the object, visible object or color, no matter what we call it, and attachment arises and experience the object of attachment. See, that's why we learn about each different moment of the reality which arises and experience the object. The chief one is the reality which is different from other kind of the reality which arises and experience the object. It's different from hatred. It's different from understanding. It's different from attachment because it's a pure moment of arises and experience the object clearly, no matter what other reality experience the object, but they cannot experience the object so clear as the reality, one reality, which is the chief of experiencing. So no matter it's brown or dark, it's seen, but no idea about it. But since it experiences the object so clear, the other moment, remember that and make known of the word and something and events and on and on. So it's the chief of experience. Everything is under its power of experiencing the object so clear. That's why there is the difference between the what is heard and seen, the fake diamond and the real diamond. Who knows if the reality, which is the chief of experiences, does not experience it clearly? That's why Buddha called that to be known as citta. It's in time we use the word citta, but no one knows what citta is because no understanding of the truth of citta, which is different from other reality which experiences the object. That's why we learn about citta and cetasikas. When they are mixed and no understanding, we use the word mind. It includes that which experiences the object, but it's different. The chief one is citta, and cetasika arises with citta, experiences the same object by its nature, attached to that object. When the object is pleasant or unpleasant object cannot condition attachment. By condition, Each moment in life is conditioned by its proper condition. Nothing can arise without condition, the proper level, stage of attachment, aversion. That's why we learn about what we take for I and people and things are different by their nature. So now we use the term citta and cetasika because citta experiences the same object as citta, but it does not, it's the chief of experiencing. But it shares the same object, it experiences the object, but not as clear because there are conditions for citta to experience the object clearly. And the cittasikas arise by condition, perform their function, each different ones, like feeling. See, is feeling a reality? And if there's no understanding, we take all of them as mind. I'm happy, mind, now, something like that. But in truth, feeling is not citta, it's not attachment, each different one. When they are conditioned, they are different. And for example, feeling cannot remember another different reality. All of them are taken as mind, but in truth, what is taken for mind is not clear. What is that moment? Because moment of seeing is not moment of remembering the same object, the same moment, but different function, different characteristic. So now learn about life more precise to understand what is not known. Citta is not known. Cetasikas are not known. The rupa, the reality which arises but cannot experience at all, is not known. It's taken for my hand is hard or soft. But it's just softness and hardness. But ignorance take it for my hand. So the eye is there at any moment, seeing, hearing, thinking, liking, disliking, and so on. But in truth, what Buddha realized, all realities are dhammas. And dhamma is that which is real, but they are different in their nature and their characteristic and their function. Is it true?
Yes.
So Buddha said, all dhammas are anatta, not anyone, not anything at all. Because it's conditioned to arise and falls away instantly, never to arise again. So how can it be someone or something? But the moment of no understanding of the reality which experiences the object, the moment of seeing, no one there at all. So ignorance is there, cannot understand the truth. That is just a conditioned reality arising to see and gone instantly. So each word of the enlightenment just talk about daily life. No matter what is there in life, in daily life, they cannot belong to anyone. It's not my life. It's Dharma's life. Just arise and falls away. Years and years ago, up to now and go on to the future. Years and years ahead. Non-stop. As long as there are conditions for whatever arises, it has to arise. No one can make it arise. For example, right now, we are talking, but light is there all day. So what appears on the screen is your face. But can it be your face? It's just the different colors. It's so deceiving. No understanding. From life to life, from life to life. The truth cannot be learned without the word from the enlightened one out of his so great virtues of panya, understanding, and his great compassion, no matter deva in heaven or wherever, Brahmaroka, no understanding of the truth because no development of the understanding from now on and on and on to understand what is there, from hearing, considering wisely to be pariyati, the first round of the Four Noble Truth, to understand that what is there is so real that it can be realized, but it has to be not I or anyone, but learn to understand. Seeing cannot realize the truth because it just sees and gone. So there is a reality which understands the truth by hearing, considering, and be true to the truth. Seeing now is not permanent. All Sankhara conditioned realities, arise and fall away instantly. Dukkha, anicca, dukkha, anatta. So true. But it's not moment of directly realizing the truth yet. Just learn to understand that that can be realized, but not by anyone, but by understanding, developed from the very beginning of no understand the truth of seeing right now at all. So how can seeing be realized? But learn to understand seeing just one reality at a time. So no matter what is there, there are conditions to directly understanding it, but not by anyone. That's why we learn about just one reality at a time to have firm confidence. It is not anyone, not anything, just as it is. So very short and gone, never to arise again. Is this the realization of the Buddha and the followers who develop great understanding, which can understand the differences between seeing and that which is seen as no one, begin to understand the meaning of Dhamma. Dhamma is real, it's there by conditions and gone. No understanding if there's no word about the truth of it. So learn to understand the great virtues of the Buddha. Otherwise, no one can hear the truth of this moment from moment to moment, covered up by ignorance and attachment. Is it true?
Yes, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
So now, understanding is a reality by conditions. Without hearing, considering, there will never be the understanding of the truth of daily life each moment at all. So now,
advice.
understanding the meaning of Dhamma, not just the word, but the truth. Please, Kunsara.
So back to your original question, after hearing about Ajahn talking about these dhammas, what is the relevance of what you call mind, chittas and chaitasikas in daily life? Let's ask you, why is it relevant?
Yeah, because every moment when one is working in interacting with people or doing different tasks, there are various realities which arise, and one identifies those realities as self. But actual the right understanding is there is no self, there is anatta. This is only a phenomenon of the realities. May it be lobha or agitation or, anger, craving, happiness, whatever one names it as. These are only, most of them are ideas. And
what is daily life now?
now it is a moment of hearing, a moment of seeing.
And when you're at work, what is daily life?
It is same actually, but there's a lot
A
of
moment of hearing, a moment of seeing, a moment of thinking. So
yeah,
daily life is just the arising and falling away of what you call mind, the arising and falling away of chittas and cetasikas.
yeah,
We think daily life is sitting in the office interacting with other people, but daily life is now. It's just seeing, it's just hearing, just thinking. So the point of studying and understanding more about different dhammas, different chittas, cetasikas, rupas, is to understand what daily life really is. It's not the fantasy about the work and the colleagues and interacting and going left and going right. It's right now, seeing now, hearing now, thinking now. So the reason it's relevant to understand is because this is what life is, whether now or at work, whether eating lunch, watching television, just different moments of seeing, hearing, thinking, tasting, touching, and so on. So the point of the study is to understand what daily life really is, not the idea, as you mentioned, about I doing this and that and people and coming here and going there. Daily life are just the rising and falling away of these different dhammas, different chittas and cetasikas by conditions. And when you ask about the application in daily life, what application? It is daily life. So understanding is the relevance. The understanding develops anytime, any place. Nothing to be applied. It's just understanding more about the truth at this moment. Understand daily life is right now. Just as Ajahn was explaining, what is true now is daily life. So the understanding gets closer and closer to understanding the truth at this very moment. That's the relevance.
Or to put it in from another perspective, that like now there are moments of understanding and moments of no understanding. When there's understanding, that would be when it is being applied, the previous understanding. There's application now. So same with daily life. There are moments of understanding, moments without understanding. When there is understanding, that's the application. So no control. Like now, at any time, no control. So when you ask originally the application of daily life, is there any difference? Maybe at that time there's something more. There's because there's no understanding that you're seeking something else. There's no understanding that there's no control over what is arising. When there's understanding arises now, it is by conditions, or no understanding, it's by conditions. Same in daily life. When it's only by conditions that understanding will arise. When there are no conditions, it won't arise. But there's nothing beyond this. There's nothing to be done. There's no self who can apply.
yeah, I got that.
Usually when we mention application, there's the idea of I doing something, but daily life is just now, just as it's conditioned to be.
Yeah.
Understanding is conditioned, seeing is conditioned, nothing to be done. It's just exactly how it is at this very moment, anytime.
There is a lot of forgetfulness Is it because of accumulated ignorance? We heard again and again, life is now, it is seeing, whether understanding or no understanding, both are Dhamma, there is no self. But a lot of forgetfulness, maybe you may say that is also Dhamma.
And does it belong to you or to anyone?
No.
And what do you mean by forgetfulness, Prakash? Are you referring to, you tell me?
Forgetfulness, heard, we have in heard, yeah, it is Dhamma, it is different Dhamma, seeing is different, hearing is different, feeling is different. But taken over as my seeing, my hearing, my feeling, attached to what is seen, that is meaning of forgetfulness, I mean.
So you mean absence of kusala or something like that? Or?
Not really. Even there's no understanding is also Dhamma, but there is a forgetfulness to understand, okay, that is also Dhamma and this is also Dhamma. There is no self, it's anatta, and all these by condition. That is a forgetful, I mean, may say.
So,
But I think what John is
referring
getting
to
at,
yeah. Sorry, go on, Sukin.
Prakash, I think what John is getting at is that when you use the word forgetfulness,
Mm.
do you mean that it's a function of a particular reality and what that reality might mean, or just you're just having a conventional idea that forgetfulness in general, that is just, yeah, what is it? Or
Conventional idea.
would you like to understand what, when you keep hearing about forgetfulness, what is actually meant by that?
Meant by
Forgetfulness.
we have heard, right? We have heard,
You've heard a lot, I know, I
heard a
understand that.
lot, and we heard intellectually all by conditions, and there is no self who can do or not do. But still, there is a lot of forgetfulness in daily life.
Yes, and we
That's
keep hearing, and we don't even know what is meant by forgetfulness when we hear that word. There's still a lot of forgetfulness, and you use it even that there's a lot of forgetfulness. What is it actually? When you use that, when you state that there is a lot of forgetfulness in daily life, what do you mean by that forgetfulness?
there is a there is a
I think you
when we
mean not
forget.
thinking about the Dhamma, right? Not thinking about the Dhamma.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Not understanding Dhamma as it is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So how can there be
Different.
thinking about the Dhamma all the time, though? Isn't that an idea of how things should be?
No,
And
no expectation in that.
I think there must be, because otherwise you wouldn't call it forgetfulness.
Agree. Yeah, must be some expectation.
Yeah.
Maybe should not forget this concept.
A lot of expectation there.
Yeah. It is so subtle.
An idea that once the Dhamma has been heard, then the thinking should change and be more
Understanding should develop
mindful,
faster.
be more mindful of what's going on, what's happening moment to moment. This is maybe some people's idea of studying the Dhamma, but it's not the Buddha's teaching as such. What about conditioned realities, one's accumulated tendencies? How can they suddenly change? Things that are enjoyable, things that one dislikes, things that are distraction, all these things don't change just because one comes to hear the Dhamma.
And Prakash, just as we've discussed, seeing is conditioned, hearing is conditioned, understanding is conditioned, ignorance is conditioned, clinging is conditioned. So what? If there's ignorance now, it's conditioned and it's gone. If there's clinging now, wishing to have more understanding, that clinging is conditioned and it's gone. They're all passing dharmas of no consequence. So clinging to having more understanding, minding about the ignorance, just is a condition for more clinging, more minding. So that's why it's only the understanding of dhammas as anatta that gradually leads to a little more detachment from what is conditioned, whatever it is, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, understanding, ignorance. They're all dhammas arising and gone.
Yes. Yeah.
Daily life now, advice. Ignorance now, seeing now. This is the relevance, it's the understanding of daily life now. I think Vishal would like to say something.
Yes, Vishalji, go ahead.
Namaste, ma'am. Namaste, Jonathan, sir. This time, I didn't knew like what to ask exactly. I didn't note down in a way, but um, but this this, I don't know what to say, but this sense keeps going on. Um, like there is a movement and something is going on always. Like a feeling. Um, there is a movement here. Um, mm, feeling and mix of emotion. If like a sense of. So, is this what it is, or like the place of just not knowing, wondering sense of okay, what it is, and that's all it, or um there is something more. Um, yeah.
Is it a kind of
So,
thinking, Vishal? Is it a kind of thinking you're asking about?
um,
Or a feeling?
it's like um, when I sit for meditation, then people say this way, this way, this way. Like teachers in my hair, but when I sit, then whether like these moment from here or whatever is like it's like so it's a state of like wondering, okay, like being like so, or yeah, like Raman, we hear from Ramana Maharshi's teaching that okay, state, okay, like just sit type or in a zen.
Okay, I have a question
So
for you if I can interrupt for a moment.
yeah, please,
When
it's
sitting in
from my head.
meditation, are the
Mm-hmm.
realities any different from when not sitting in meditation than now, for example?
Um, yeah, I can look more closely to the inner part of being or existence.
Okay, so that looking more closely, is that just a kind of thinking? Is it
It's kind of
anything other than a kind of thinking and
it's kind
focusing
of a
attention? Mhm. Go on, please.
it's kind of a sense of like Eugene Gendlin, which use the word felt sense of sort, or like
Yeah, but that's
um
just a vague sort of description, isn't it? When we talk about realities, which we do here a lot, and we we discussed the other day, as I recall, that for the understanding, for the development of understanding to begin, there first has to be an understanding of, at an intellectual level, of what can be the object of understanding. What are the conditioned dhammas that arise in daily life? So this is an example of why we need to be clear about what are the conditioned realities that make up daily life. And we know that there are the experiences through the 5 sense doors and their objects. And then there's the mind door, the thinking, and the objects of that thinking. Plus there are the mental factors like feeling and regret and attachment and so on and so forth. So these realities don't change just because one decides to undertake some kind of practice, whether that's a sitting practice or reciting something, or I don't know, walking up and down, prostrating, and so many ways of ideas people have about practice. But the important thing is the moment-to-moment realities do not change, cannot change, because life is just the same set of realities, whatever the situation is. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, so I got two.
The realities of the moment are the same regardless of what the activity being undertaken is.
So what I got to take away from it, one or two, like one is that I should know first the basics. Like there are 5 sense door and how they interact with outside object and what are the factors like which you spoke. So that should be quite read and should be in my mind to observe basically first.
We should not be forgetful, to use a Prakash expression, that these are the realities that are appearing throughout the day, regardless of whether we're asleep, awake, taking a bath, having a meal, having a discussion, or doing some kind of practice, as we may have an idea of practice. The realities don't change. They can't, because there's just the 6 doorways and their objects.
And
so first,
Vishal,
I think sorry, please. Thank you.
We started off by saying something's going on, but what we learn is that there are those realities, those dhammas that experience an object, like seeing or hearing, thinking, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling. These are realities that experience an object. Seeing experiences what is visible, hearing experiences sound, thinking thinks about an idea. So that there are realities that experience an object, and there are those realities that don't experience an object, like the visible object that is seen or the sound that is heard. Sound cannot experience anything. It's a reality that can be experienced only. So there are just these 2 kinds of realities, those that experience an object, which we call namas, and those which cannot experience anything, which are called rupas. So when you say something is going on, actually what is arising now are different dhammas, different namas that experience an object, seeing or hearing or thinking, accompanied by different mental factors that we've been discussing, such as ignorance or attachment and so on. And there are those realities that don't experience anything, like sound or visible object or hardness that is touched now. So we learn a little more about these basics, as you put it, different kinds of realities, in order to understand there is no something, there is no someone, there are just these different dhammas arising and falling away by conditions. So if we are interested to understand more about life now, we have to consider what life is. Seeing is life now, but it's gone instantly. Hearing is life now, gone instantly. Thinking, touching. This is life at this moment. Going to a meditation center, working in the office, these are ideas, they are not dharmas. So the Buddha taught about dharmas to understand what life is at this very moment. And when we talk about emotions, for example, I think you mentioned what are emotions. So now at the moment of thinking, is there pleasant feeling or unpleasant feeling? The feeling, the Vedana, just feels pleasant or unpleasant or neutral. There's thinking about the feelings, and we may talk about emotions, but actually there are just different moments of thinking, different feelings arising with them, different memories, different dharmas. So we learn a little more about different dharmas in order to understand what life is now. Otherwise, we just think of a long story about something and I don't know what's going on and there are emotions and it's just a long story. It's not the understanding of what is Dhamma now, Nama Dhamma or Rupa Dhamma now.
And by long story, it can be even when we are identifying the present moment as an emotion. In fact, there's so many things going on at that moment. Even there's seeing and there's hearing, and we are thinking that there's a particular emotion, but so many things actually are actually going on because what we take for emotion is just one of the many dhammas that are arising and falling away very fast, one after the other. So it's very we are something that that's why you say something. There's so many things, even whether your eyes are closed or open, it's always that sense of something, but no, that's because there's no understanding. And like you came to the conclusion, we need to hear about all these realities, about the five arising to the five sense and the mind door, and the conditions that are there to each moment to really come to understand about what is actually going on from moment to moment and what is the object of understanding. And when we talk about understanding, it's not like as taught by other people, and we come to a conclusion that when we are sitting and we are understanding that this is this particular thing happening and all that, but in fact there's so many things happening, but we are drawn to believe that we are understanding what our instructor has said, and that's a difference between what is right and what is wrong understanding.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you.
last week, we discussed hardness. What is touched now? Is hardness touched? Is hardness a Dharma now?
Yeah, hardness is there. Yeah.
Is hardness a Dhamma? Is it a reality?
Yeah, it looks to me there is hardness.
Hardness, yeah. What about a smartphone or computer? Is a smartphone a Dhamma?
At my existence, it's basically um if I see the existence in its experience, then um which is quite the experience of the smartphone is
That
Dhamma.
thinking, is that thinking about what is experienced? Can a smartphone be touched, or is it just hardness that is touched at that moment?
Um, Through touching the smartphone, I'm able to know that, like, yeah, it's a hardness, yeah, like
At
maybe I
moment
didn't
of
understand the question.
touching, is there any smartphone or is it just hardness that is experienced?
Hardness is experience, yeah.
Hardness is experienced. Thinking, lots and lots of thinking about smartphone and applications and losing my headphones, but it's just hardness that is touched.
Yeah, through touch, yeah.
Just heat that is touched, hardness. So the Buddha's teaching is about the understanding of dhammas, not the learning about smartphones and applications and devices. We don't need a Buddha's teaching for this. It's about the understanding of what daily life is now. And I remember Ajahn asking you, what is life now? So after this discussion, what is life now?
Experience.
Experience, yes. What kind of experience now? Can you give an example of an experience now?
So, like, experience of sensation is already there, as well as if there is a sound which is like sound of my cells, like we call in dhamani in Hindi, and like or any motorbike or any thing of
Now
around.
we're now that's moving away further and further from what is life now. So
Oh, sorry, sorry.
touching, the experience of hardness, the touching is Dhamma, it's real. The hardness that is touched is real. The hearing is real. The sound that is
Yeah,
heard is real. But
yeah,
the motorbike going down the street, this is the story, the idea about what is
yeah, yeah,
heard, because what is heard is just sound. So
yeah,
we're
yeah,
learning about the nama dhammas, the realities that experience an object, hearing, touching, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and the rupa dhammas, hardness, sound, visible object. But the motorbike, the people on the screen, the different names, these are ideas. These are not dhammas. Little by little. I'm sure Ajahn will be very glad to discuss further. Ajahn?
Thank you, Sarah, ma'am.
So
Pranam, Ajahn.
I think that it's time now to understand what meditation is. It's time now to understand what meditation is. What is it? Is it real meditation center or meditation or meditating? What is it? And why does one meditate at the meditation center? See, is there any right understanding? So, what's the point and what's the aim of meditation?
Vishalji, this question is for you.
Yeah. Just I'm also processing
Yeah.
the question.
What is meditation?
Ajahn, this looks to me now that um, 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 just uh, um, allowing the process, sense of being, existing, surrender, and know what it is, as
Is
well as reflecting within. Uh, yeah, yeah.
is there anyone who can do?
Um, anyone who can do.
Yeah, meditation, meditating. Can anyone do?
Uh,
Is there anyone? So can anyone do or can I do? Right or wrong from the very beginning.
It looks like from discussion there is no anyone, but at the same time there is an identity which is
That's why it has to be true to the truth, to be truthful from the very beginning. Otherwise, the truth cannot be realized at all. It's so true, but it's covered up by attachment and aversion or ignorance. See? No understanding at all of what is there. So, what is meant by meditation? What is the destination? What is the purpose of meditating or meditation? See, just follow the word, no understanding of the truth at all. Otherwise, the truth can be thought about. That is so true right now. The truth can be understood, it can be proved as it is to be known. So, is there any reality which is the reality of meditation? What reality is there? So, just the word meditation and just follow the practice. What is it? No understanding of anything at all, of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, that which now arises and falls away so very rapidly, unknowingly, but it can be learned, it can be studied, it can be realized. So, what is meditation? And what does one do or meditate? Thinking, concentrating with attachment, no understanding of the truth of what is there at all. Each moment, from moment to moment, no understanding of the truth. Now there are so many realities, each one can be learned. So, what is meditation? Can it be
Mm,
understanding?
yes.
Understanding what?
What is reality?
Now, can it understand the reality now?
Um, it can like it can sense the feeling, but there should be a context made to understand the reality. Um,
Isn't it thinking only? Thinking on and on and on.
yes, I have thinking. I was thinking, yeah, and I'm thinking, yeah,
While
yeah.
seeing arises and falls away unknown in life all the time, even while meditating. Seeing is there, unknown. No one there at all sees. It's conditioned just to see. And Dhamma, all Dhammas are anatta. All realities are anatta. This is the beginning to be true to the truth, to study the truth of what is there right now. And the development of understanding can realize the truth by understanding. So great, so subtle, so high, of that degree, from no understanding at all of what is there right now, it begins stage by stage, pariyati, patipati, and pativeda. So what is meditation? No understanding anything right now at all. So how can there be moment of understanding what is there right now? Because it's so real, it's so true. No one can make it arise. It's there already. The light that which is seen all the time while we're thinking, and no matter what, it's there. No one make it arise. And what is meditation or what is meditating? Can it understand anything? without hearing, considering carefully, wisely, stage by stage, to be pariyatti, no doubt about realities, no doubt about the way to realize the truth, little by little, from one word to another word, from moment to moment. The development of understanding, bhavana in Pali, the development of understanding. That's why each word can be studied so carefully to understand the very deep truth, very subtle truth of that which now arises and falls away unknowingly, to be known little by little of the truth that no one is there. Before seeing, there's no seeing. As soon as seeing arises and see, it's gone. How can it be someone or something from the first moment in life, birth consciousness, to the moment of death? The end of condition by previous conditions to condition this life, to see, to hear, and so on. So pariyati and patipatti and pativeda, which one is meditation? The development of understanding, pariyati, understanding the truth of what is there, to realize the truth, not by oneself, but by a reality. So we learn about more and more reality, little by little. Not just seeing is real and what is there at moment of seeing. Otherwise, there's no way to let go the idea of self. I see now. I meditate now. Is it true?
Yeah, I think what looked for me to me like through this sharing that um first I need right pariyatti, like in what context we are verifying, and and then when it comes to verification, then um the basically if it comes to verification, then
Okay. If there's no understanding of the meaning, not just the word Dhamma, can there be any moment of realizing any Dhamma? Because no understanding of Dhamma right now at all. And this is the beginning of pariyatti. Until no doubt is so keen, so great, not to go wrong, because it understands the truth, which is so very subtle, very deep. Where is seeing now? See, so deep. Where is seeing now? Is it outside the body? And
no,
what is seeing? Yes, please.
it was like the if question was that what's seeing now,
Yeah.
that um so I'd say my attention was like um at this part, and where it was feeling sensation, and
Excuse
um
me. Just the seeing,
sorry.
a moment of seeing, not that part of the head and anything else at all. Just talk about seeing. Where is seeing right now? Not
Okay, by open eyes, right?
not
um
not at the ear, not at the forehead, not at the lips. Where is it? Seeing. See?
screen, I am seeing on the screen, that is an
No, no, no,
object.
no. No. Just the seeing. Where is it? It's somewhere or nowhere.
um
Is it not at the eye base, not the whole eye, black and white, brown or green, but just at a very tiny rupa, which is the base for seeing to arise, at the eye base. And the object which is seen has to arise and impinge on the eye base before seeing arise. And there must be the eye base arising before seeing arise. But as soon as the visible object, of no matter what you say, that which can impinge on the eye base, it conditions seeing, but not instantly. See, what did Buddha say? The moment before seeing, what are they? And just the moment of seeing, right there and gone instantly. No one at all. No eye, no ears, no forehead, no lips, no chair at all. Is it true? Just one moment of seeing. Just learn to understand what is meant by the eye base, the ayatana, see, and so on. That's why Buddha taught so very subtle and in details to follow the truth that is so deep. No one thought about seeing at all in a day. Just think about that which is seen, that which is heard, that which is touched, that which is smelled, and that which is tasted. Only that. Not the seeing, the hearing, the smelling, the tasting, and the touching at all. And what is daily life? Just born to see, to hear, to smell, to taste, to touch, to think about those moments and mark it as something permanent, like someone or something. That's why learn to understand the very subtle truth of each moment. It's beyond anyone can expect. It's there, just there, not outside. So at moment of realizing the truth, just get closer and closer and closer to the truth, where it's there, arising and falling away. Is it subtle? Can it be known? Can it be raised? But not by meditation or meditating at all, but by developing understanding little by little, to let go ignorance and attachment, taking seeing for I see, everything I, Michatiti, Attanutiti, Sakkayatiti. See, they are all here, not far away at all. The truth is just from head to toe. Where's thinking? See, not at the eye base, not at the ear base, but not far away from head to toe. That's why learn to understand the Ariya Satya Dhamma, the Satya Dhamma. What is real is so real. Nobody can change the way it is at all. That's why it is Paramada Dhamma, Parama and Atta Paramada Dhamma, the absolute truth of reality. And it's so very deep and so very subtle. Just we talk about seeing, where is it? Unexpectedly, that it's just right at the eye base. See and then gone instantly before what is seen can be taken for anything at all. Is the teaching about the truth of each moment so very subtle and so true. Before seeing, there's no seeing. Without its proper or right condition for seeing to arise, seeing cannot arise at all. And seeing sees different objects by condition. Sometimes it experiences the pleasant object, and sometimes it experiences the unpleasant object. How come? Without condition. There must be condition for each moment, each reality which arises and falls away, unknowingly from birth to death, if there's no hearing about the truth of each moment as it is, no one, it's gone. Dhamma plays the role for each moment to be by conditions. Take it for something, but consider carefully what is seen cannot be anything else, only different colors, one color at a time. And so very tiny as the ibis is so very tiny. Isn't it? Is it true? Is this the development of understanding the first noble truth, pariyatti? Has to be so right. Otherwise, it's wrong. Even just a little bit, it covers up the truth instantly. So learn more about what is meant by meditation. What is it? Is it ignorant or is it understanding of this moment? If it's not the understanding of this moment, this, now, there will not be moment of enlightenment to the truth of life or each moment at all. Is it true? No matter where, seeing arises and falls away instantly, hearing arises and falls away by conditions, instantly gone. Be true to the truth, satya parami. And to be true to the truth is only panya parami, right understanding of what is there heard by the listening to the teachings of the enlightened one. So what does it mean, Buddha or Buddha? Not anyone at all. So high virtues, so lovely virtues, so great virtues of understanding and kindness, compassion to everyone. Is it true? Little by little. And this is the moment of letting go ignorance and attachment, not instantly, suddenly, but little by little, depending on understanding what is right and what is wrong. There is right understanding and there is wrong understanding. So, what is right understanding and what is wrong understanding? No one there at all.
So, Busha, is there seeing now? Is there seeing now?
Yes.
Seeing.
If I
Is
see,
there
it's
seeing now?
yeah, it's open basically. Uh,
No. Is there hearing now?
yes.
Is
If
there
I, if
seeing
I
now? Not
yeah,
if, but is it there right now? What is real now?
yeah, my eyes can see, um, and if give attention to ears, ears can hear. Um, yeah.
Is that pariyati understanding?
Um, is that Pariyati understanding? Um, if Pariyati understanding is stabilizing me in truth, then obviously it is.
So if it is pariyati, And when asked, is there seeing now? What would that understanding understand and answer?
Yeah, there is seeing. Yeah.
Yeah.
If either I close my eyes, there is inner um something. Uh, um, um, when I open, then yeah, different colors are letting me know that there is a scene. Um, and um,
Is the answer to the question just straightforward and simple, or in so many words as you are trying to say to the question, is there seeing now?
yes, yes.
Right?
Like
There is
um,
seeing.
I would like to ask. It's we are talking about.
We are all
Sorry.
trying to understand the way things are and as it should be, the how it should be understood and what is real understanding. So when asked, what is there seeing now? Uh, Anyone whoever answers, whoever we're talking with, is helpful to the even the questioner himself and to everyone who's listening in. Is there seeing now what is the truth? Is there seeing now?
Yeah, there is seeing. Yeah.
Because they're seeing, it is real, right?
Mm.
Is seeing real? Is there thinking now?
Yes.
Is thinking real?
I don't know real, but that it is. Yeah.
Kanachan, please help.
Just very natural. Is there seeing now?
Yes, Ajahn, there is seeing now.
What is it? You say, I see, right or wrong. Learn to understand what's right and what's wrong, not by oneself, not by one's idea, but about the truth. Before seeing, there's no seeing for sure. And as soon as seeing is conditioned to arise to see, it's gone instantly. That's why it cannot belong to anyone at all. Even the eye is not the seeing, and that which impinges on the eye is not the seeing. The seeing is not that which we take it for my eye or my ear. It's just a reality. And in truth, there are so many, many realities, but by the difference among them, one can arise, one can experience the object, and the other cannot. Is that true? The seeing sees, not the eye see. And the object is seen cannot be anything at all. This is the absolute truth. Learn to be true to the truth. No one can say you have to believe or consider this way or that way, but the truth is the truth. Seeing is not the eye, but without the eye, there cannot be seeing. Without that which impinges on the eye, even there's the eye, but there cannot be seeing. That's why only one moment needs so many conditions for its arising. And who knows? Only the enlightened one, enlightened to the truth of the absolute truth. No one. Each moment is so very, very short, instantly arising and falling away. That's why right now, can you say when is seeing and when is hearing? It seems like they are there. There's seeing, there's hearing, and there's thinking. There's that which is seen, that which is heard, and that which is thought about. All are real. Dhamma, different ones. Why is Dhamma? Because it's so real. It's a reality. It's there. That's why the Dhamma, which arises and experiences the object, is taken for I instantly now at moment of seeing. How come the idea or the thought and the clinging to seeing as I? Because of ignorance. Buddha didn't take the seeing for I see. Anatta, no one. Not a dog see, not a cat see. Only seeing sees, no matter a snake or a worm or a bat or whatever. Seeing is seeing in the water or in the forest. Seeing can be there by conditions. Take out the shape and form. It's not the cat see or the dog see or the snake see. It's just seeing a reality, a Dhamma. So now begin to understand the truth, the very deep meaning of Dhamma. Whatever is real, nobody can change it to be unreal because it's already there. Seeing performs the function of seeing. It's that which experiences the object by seeing. Its function is just to see, while the other reality which experiences the object, but not as a chief, but as it is, its characteristic is to be attached. Is there attachment now? Is there attachment in life? Not permanent at all, just only instant moment and gone. That's why the truth is hidden, because no understanding of the truth of what is there as it is until hearing the truth of what is there little by little. And the interest to hear, to consider what is right and what is wrong is a reality different from seeing. That's why even interest is a reality. Someone is interested in drawing, someone is interested in playing music and so on. Someone is interested in writing and so on by conditions. So we learn about conditions too. So many conditions for just a moment of a reality arising. Is it true? There can be answer for everything because each moment is so true by conditions. So very subtle, but it's so true. So learn to consider, not to believe, not to follow any idea, but to listen carefully. Before Buddha said anything, he said, listen carefully, because each word is so very subtle, very deep. Even seeing right now, is there arising and falling away, unknown. If Buddha didn't realize the truth, who knows? Impossible. That's why having the Buddha as refuge, what does it mean? To listen to the word of truth, to consider by one's own accumulation how careful, very careful, or less careful, wisely or unwisely, all depends on conditions. Right now, right now. See, That's why I learn about one reality at a time, even it's the reality which experience the object, or the reality which does not experience an object at all. The truth of it can be known by hearing, considering to be one's own understanding. And in truth, no one, just a moment of different levels of understanding, different degrees by different careful considering, developing from moment to moment. And that is the truth of the Four Noble Truth, the first round. Dukkha Ariya Satya. But Ariya Satya of what Dhamma? Whatever is there is so true, and its truth is Chitta, Cetasika, and Rupa, and there are many kinds of Chitta, many kinds of Cetasikas, and many kinds of Rupa. Anytime it can be known to understand in truth that no one there at all. Nothing can be taken for someone or something. Is it true? Seeing a dot which impinges on the eyebase, smaller than that, true, when we learn more about it. For example, even what we take for the dust is more than just one reality, conditioned to arise together. Learn to understand the truth, to let go the idea of self, which is so very, very firm, accumulated, to be asva, very, very slight degree, even at moment of waking up. I wake up. It's there already, instantly. That's why each word of the Buddha is so true. It can be considered, and when there is right understanding, it gradually wearing away ignorance and attachment. But when there's no realization or understanding of the truth, what can make it away? Let go of the idea of self. Be true to the truth is such a barani. So, ignorance, is it parami?
Ignorance is a parami. Did this question right?
Yes.
So ignorance is parami
Can it be
means
parami? Can ignorance be parami?
You may not be familiar with the paramis, Vishal. I think we should discuss them in more detail next time, that these are wholesome qualities that develop with understanding. So, of course, ignorance is not a wholesome quality. So, truthfulness, generosity, metta, these are qualities that develop with understanding. But we can we can discuss them in more detail next time.
And Vishal, when someone asks, such as, is there seeing now? It's actually a straightforward question. Like somebody asks you normally, what's the time? And you tell them. It's straightforward like that. So you don't have to think too complicated. Is there seeing now? So never mind, next time, for next time.
Sure.
Thank you, Ajahn, and everyone.
Thank you so much, Ajahn.
Pranam.